안녕하세요. 세인트 존스베리 아카데미 제주 재학 중인 고등부 지원자 이정원입니다. 우선 먼저 영어로 발표하는 게 더 익숙하기 때문에 영어로 발표하는 걸 배려해 주시면 감사하겠습니다. 그럼 시작하도록 하겠습니다. Now let's start investigating anaerobic digestion and biogas production. First of all, I'd like to mention that my research was based on the academic journal called Anaerobic Digestion of Biowaste in Developing Countries and other credible information from United States Environmental Protection Agency. First agenda is the background information. Anaerobic digestion is a process through which bacteria break down organic materials in the absence of oxygen. Sealed vessels called reactors contain complex microbial communities that break down the waste and produce resultant biogas and digestate, which is discharged from the digester as shown in the picture. Multiple organic materials such as food waste, energy crop, and crop residues can be combined in one digester, a practice called co-digestion. Co-digestion can increase biogas production from low-yielding or difficult-to-digest organic waste, enhancing the efficiency. Biogas is composed of methane, carbon dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, water vapor, and other gases. The energy in biogas can be used like natural gas to provide heat, generate electricity, and many more. Biogas can also be purified by removing other gases to generate renewable natural gas, which is mainly composed just of methane. This can be sold and injected in the natural gas distribution system, compressed and used as vehicle fuel, or processed further to generate alternative transportation fuel. Digestate is the residual material left after the digestion process. It is composed of liquid and solid portion. These are often separated and handled independently, and each have value that can be realized with varying degrees of post-processing. With appropriate treatment, both the solid and liquid portions of digestate can be used in many beneficial applications, such as animal bedding, nutrition-rich fertilizer, a foundation material for bio-based products, and many more. The second agenda is dealing with the technological aspects of this system. As you can see, different inputs of materials have different efficiency of producing biogas. The more biodegradable solid in the material, the more efficient the material is. As you can see, higher the total solid TS and volatile solid VS value, higher the efficiency. As you can see, when it comes to operating anaerobic digester, there are the components to consider. As the digester differ in their size, type, and environment, these components would vary a lot. However, generally speaking, there are some ideal conditions as shown in the presentation. Temperature should be at least 40 degrees Celsius, pH level around 7. CN ratio stands for carbon to nitrogen ratio, which should be around 16 to 25. OLR is about how much material to put in every day to the digester. It should be approximately 4 to 5 kilogram per meter cubed per day. HRT is how long material should stay in the digester, and about 10 to 40 days is an ideal period. Particle size of material should be lower than 5 centimeter in diameter because smaller particles have larger surface areas to be degraded faster. So smaller the particle size, the faster the process. Lastly, the material should be mixed gradually. The third agenda is the actual applications of this technology in Jeju Island, where I live. So I've researched some of the biowaste companies in the Jeju Island, and finally I've come up with this company called Halasan Bio. So I've actually visited the Halasan Bio company and gathered some data from the CEO. As you can see, these are some of the general information. You can see the map of the biogas factory. You can see the general mechanism of the biogas factory. You can see the TS and VS value, which shows the efficiency. And also it shows how much electrical energy they produce from the factories. They also show some of the components of their digestate. Yeah. And this image shows different levels of how raw digestate is purified to become an actual fertilizer. So from left to right, you can see the digestate getting lighter and lighter and becoming actual fertilizer. As I have visited the company Hellas and Bio, I found out some of the limitations, and also I found out some limitations during the conversation with the CEO. First, it requires lots of electricity to convert the raw digestate into fertilizer. So, in order to convert the fertilizer, light color fertilizer, it requires lots of electricity. And the weird thing is that the purpose of this process is just to change the color, which means that the purpose of the processing from dark to light is not for the efficiency, but it's just for color due to the weird Korean law. And I think that some kind of Korean law should change in order to increase the efficiency. And I believe that this process is useless. Um, and secondly, the generation of fertilizer, which requires lots of technical process, is actually not profitable. While there's a high supply for fertilizer, there's a low demand for fertilizer, so factories have no choice but to spray the fertilizer for free, which results in no profit at all. Finally, there are some restrictions for types of materials allowed to use. For example, Jeju Island produce lots of pig feces and tangerine peels, which means that if these materials are mixed in good ratios, it would be really effective with moderate pH level, and it will be really effective to produce biogas. However, due to some Korean law that put some restriction on the factories, they are not able to use pig feces or tangerine peels. Therefore, these limitations are kind of in a weird way restricting the factories. So I believe that the Korean law should change in order to produce more biogas and in order to protect more environment. Last agenda is the 3D modeling of my own biogas generator. And as you can see in the right picture, this is just general 3D model. This container is for biogas production, and this container is where biogas is stored. The limitations I found for my 3D model was that while the anaerobic digestion of just food waste can produce biogas, it is too slow, which means that because my container is too small, like it would take so much time to like produce biogas just by putting food waste. Therefore, I need to add some anaerobic microorganism to boost the process. So by putting the anaerobic microorganism initially to the container, this would boost up the process of biogas generation. Secondly, it needs a system that can stir the material inside the digester. Thirdly, we need to input the materials into the digester more continuously. So for example, if the container is 10 liter and assuming the period of 30 days, we can put 30 milliliter of materials per day, which means that we can put 100 gram every day for 3 times. So by gradually putting the materials rather than just putting all the materials at once, it would increase the efficiency of biogas production. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and thank you.